There's an old saying that when you drink the water, sometimes you should just pause a second to respect those who dug the well. And I think tonight there's some people in the room which have contributed magnificently to this club. And it's great to see the current side here. Unfortunately, they didn't come away with a win against these Tigers at Magpies Park today. But it's a long season, and I know that just talking to a couple of the guys in the side, that there's that traditional Magpie spirit which we've come to recognise and respect here at the Southern Suburbs. We're going to keep formalities brief as we possibly can. The whole essence of the night is to enjoy the company of people perhaps you haven't seen for some time, see some places that you shared games of football and training nights with many years ago, and I know that it's many of you will be looking at the memorabilia and a lot of history which has been displayed so well in the refurbished clubhouse. Just a little bit of housekeeping. We've got some important apologies to record. Kevin Rudd, the federal member for Griffith, unfortunately can't be here. The Premier, she's obviously got a few things on her plate. One of the favourite sons of Southern Suburbs, Mel Meninga, the Brisbane City Council mayoral candidate, Ray Smith, and a couple of players who've indicated they would have loved to have been here but can't tonight. Jim Murphy, who played for the club from 70 to 72, represented Queensland and Australia, was a fantastic, dynamic back rower, and Jim can't be here but sends his best wishes. And Chris Thorley, who was started off as a little snowy-head, cheeky halfback and finished up playing in the front row. So he went the whole gamut through the grades with South. So we've got some really special guests here tonight. We'd like to invite the local councillor, the councillor for the Gabba ward, Helen Abrahams, who I'm told by Jim McClellan that Helen's a great friend of the club. It's fantastic for Helen to come tonight. I know she's got another engagement not too far away. The CEO of the QRL, Rob Moore, great to see Rob here, taken over from Ross Livermore. It's been a busy time with season launches and all that. We've got the Secretary of South's Old Boys, Peter Brownlee, the Chairman of South's Juniors, Phil Velletri, and we've got some members of the Team of the Century, which was announced 2 or 3 years ago, including Mick Crocker. I know Mick's out there. He's just one of those wonderful South's characters. 15 tests for Australia, 17 straight games for Queensland. He's got a million yards that he's told us about working for the City Council, picking up sand at the river at Ipswich and unloading 2 truckloads of sand before playing an interstate game for Queensland at the Gabba on a Saturday. We've got the chairman, a member of the Team of the Century also. I think it's a great honour for South. He's played all his football in Australia with this one club. He's an old school rugby league person who is a modern man in terms of the innovations and technology which are so important to the game now. And not because I know him, but I think it was one of the best appointments rugby league has made for many decades, and that's the chairman of the NRL Independent Commission, John Grant. And it's fantastic that John has taken the time and his wife Helen to be here tonight. Former CEO Graham Kerr, I saw Graham earlier, he's looking well. Former Chairman Barry Larkin, Directors Jim Gibson and Barry Deneen, and we've also got former, I don't know if Knocker White is here tonight. I hope Knocker has made it. He was a legendary South man, and also Gary Bolton, who was patron of the club from 71 to 84 and also played for the club. So they're all some of the special guests, but everyone's a special person here tonight because you're all Magpies people. Initially we've got a couple of speeches, and I'd like to introduce the councillor for the Gabba ward, and as I said, a great friend of South's Magpies, to say the word, Councillor Helen Abraham.
Well, good evening, everybody. Bernie, thank you for telling us all of just the history that is in the room for all of the South's former players, champions, heroes, I tell you what, all you guys sitting in the front row there, you've got a lot of history to live up to. And I know you can do it because Souths have always been absolute fighters, but isn't that an incredible incentive for you to go out this season and really make sure you rock and everyone knows the Magpies are on the agenda, because that is what tonight is all about. So over to you, we hand over. You can do it. You've got everyone in this room telling you you're going to have a great season. I would like to say thanks for asking me to be here. Anything I really do in coming to these events is just to tell you how remarkable Souths are, how remarkable the people who are working with Souths are, and it's because you've got the passion, the commitment to your community as the same level as the passion you have for football. Now, I've just been to another football club today. I go to a lot of sporting clubs, and none of them get within cooey of Souths in terms of your commitment to what's good for a community. And that's why, as your elected representative, I will do everything I can to make sure South stay here, grow here, stay here, and have the best 100 years in the future to marry what you've done, because this club deserves it, the people deserve it, and everyone in this room deserves it. Jim McClellan is a legend. He's got the biggest heart again, and it's part of, look at this room, how fantastic it is. We all know what it looked like a year ago. Jim and your board, you've done a fantastic job. The memorabilia, so everyone give him a big clap. He really did. Now I've got my clapometer going. Jim's a great guy, but Joan and Barbara need a bigger clap because they're the ones that are here all the time. They're doing all the work. So Joan and Barbara. Barbara, you've got to stop working in time to actually have a big smile on your face and say, well done, well deserved. Okay, because that's actually what makes the club. Mohammed and all of the board, can I actually just give a commitment to you? You've got a very exciting plan in front of you. It's big in terms of what this club is going to do on this site. I'll work with Lord Mayor, when he's Lord Mayor, Ray Smith, and we are going to absolutely make sure that you will be here on this site with a sport facility and a clubhouse that is out there and leading as it should be. Anna Blythe's got a great initiative for South Bank too. It comes down to Hanson's cement factory, and it's all that recreational stuff, cultural stuff, which is so important. And you know what the beauty of her doing that is? It means Davies Park becomes the sports facility, and it becomes South Bank 3, which is where all the sports are. So you've got soccer, and you've got South, and you've got that basketball and sand as well. All of them will have a room here, and that's my vision for what we've got in this area. So everyone, have a great season. Thank you for listening to me. And I wish you players the best season that you ever had, because we're barring in for you.
I'd like to introduce now the chairman of the club, former long-serving player and club captain, Mohammed Lewis.
Good evening and welcome to the 2012 season launch of the RCI Military Logistics Magpies. You can bear with me for a bit, I'm going to double up on a couple of welcomes. But, 190 odd games for the Magpies. Thanks for making time for us tonight, John. Also, a warm welcome to Helen Abraham too. She's a very good supporter of the club, also a local member for West End. Welcome to our representatives from South Juniors, South Old Boys in the second division. We really appreciate your continued support. Welcome to our sponsors representatives tonight, including Aaron Ray and Loretta Morris. Thank you guys. We welcome you to the Magpies. We hope we can show you the same faith and commitment that you guys have shown in us. I'd like to thank Anthony Karam from Title 8 and Jason, his brother Jason. They're both great supporters, and you guys continue to show your commitment to the club. Another new addition to the sponsors ranks this year is Brent and Kelly Vincent from David Reed Homes. Thank you. Brent's a former player of the club. He's also selected in our team of the 90s. Thanks for coming tonight, mate. Ian Turner from Next Gen. He was also selected in our team of the 90s as well. So it just goes to show how lucky we are to have four great players still supporting the club many years down the track. Another of the new club sponsors, Keith Wood and Darren Urquhart from UK Plumbing and ICM. Welcome along. Thanks for jumping on board with us again. You guys have already been good supporters of the club, but now you've shown your commitment even more with the sponsorship, so thanks very much. To Charlie Carey from Western Central, thank you, mate. Charlie is also a director of the club and continues to dip into his pocket, even though he already contributes a lot to the club. So, Charlie, again, I thank you for your commitment, mate. And to Steve Carlos from Metro, another one of our sponsors. It really is hard for me to tell you how grateful I am for your support, especially in this difficult economic climate. And for you guys to be able to still afford to pay some sponsorship for a club like ours, it really does make a huge difference. It's a difference between us playing and not playing, to be quite honest. I'd also like to thank my family who also contributed a bit to the club. They don't have much of a choice because I drag them into it, but I think they would either way. To our team of directors, Mark Girdler, Luke Giorgio, John Kalaja, Charlie Caraluga and Billy Callis. What a great team we have. What we lack in numbers is how we make up for it in commitment. It's a tough job, but usually a rewarding one for us, so that's why we continue putting in the time. It's worth noting that 6 of the 6 members on our board, 5 are from West End originally, and one of them actually lived in West End for 16 years, so we are truly representative of the community. Welcome to our past players tonight, and especially members of the 1972 side. You guys made an effort to come here tonight, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of good stories and a few beers had tonight, so again, thank you very much, guys. You guys are obviously a huge part of our history, and we thank you for that all effort tonight. To our loyal staff, Jim, Barbara, Jane and Pete, thank you guys. It's a thankless job more often than not, but believe me, it doesn't go unnoticed. And finally, to our current crop of players, managers, support staff and coaches. You guys are another group from a long list of people representing this club, continuing a proud and long tradition, a 105-year tradition. I'm sure you'll represent this club with the same passion and pride as the servants that preceded you. You are charged with making a full commitment to this club, and for what I've seen so far, you won't be letting us down. So good luck, boys. We will be there behind you all year, and we'll give you all the support that we can give. It's an exciting time for the game, and after all the effort we put in the off-season, now's the time for the fun. I just wanted to finally just finish off on promoting the club here. As you can see, we've done some renovations to the place and we're really trying to lift the profile and make it an inviting club. So I would encourage you to speak to your friends and family about having functions here and conferences here and really try and support the club. We've improved the facilities, so really there shouldn't be any excuses not to come and support the club. And I also would like to just remind anybody here tonight, if they would like to become a member of the club, Guardians membership is for our past players, and the black and white membership is for supporters and their friends. Well, that's it, I'm done here. Thank you all very much for coming tonight.